Hello once again, this is Phantasmatic signing in, and we're in the world of Pokemon Showdown as always. So he goes in for the Ninetales. I have my Kingdra. He has already set up a... he does Drought, which sets up a Sunny Day, which is going to just not give me any power or jurisdiction over him, because I know that anything I use is just not going to be that good. Should I switch in for the Flygon? It has choice bands, so that might not end up being in my favor. So I'm just gonna go outright for the Outrage. That doesn't do anything. I get the Outrage. That does an immense amount of damage. I'm trapped into Outrage. I'm gonna start the timer, so as always, just because I don't want my opponent goofing off and being like, hey, I'm going to be taking forever on this. He puts the Toxic on me, I go for the Outrage again, Poison's going to hit me, I get confused, I'm obviously going to switch out because this thing's just awful right now. So on my team I have a Flygon, I have a Love Disc, I have a Fearow, I have a Grumpig, and I have a Fortress. Love Disc is it's going to be a punching bag, I can guarantee you that much. Okay, we're into Dialga. I'm starting to think he knows I'm going to switch just because he switched in for a Dragon type there. I hate Love Disc so much. I'm going to go into Fortress just because I can set up the spikes with this thing. And, yeah, I can set up spikes and get a lot of damage onto his team if he swaps out. He goes for Thunderbolt. I lay out a few spikes. I know I have enough to probably last me for another Thunderbolt if he tries to do that. So I'm safe in that regard. I'm gonna set up another spikes just to get a little more damage. Oh god, don't let paralysis kicked in. Great. So I'm not gonna get a second thing of spikes. He lucked out and got paralysis set on him. He goes for Roar. Okay. I'm gonna go for a Thunder Wave here, just because I can give him a taste of what it's like to be paralyzed. I don't have anything that's good against this guy, so I'm probably going to opt out. I want to wait. I think the sunlight's already faded, so we're good in that department. We're going to go for Love Disc here, because I really don't care if that thing dies. It stays paralyzed. I'm going to give it a Sweet Kiss to give it a little confusion. And nope, the Sweet Kiss does not manage to make it hit itself. I'm going to opt in for Ice Beam. Oh wait, the Steel negates the weakness. Aww. And Love Disc dies. Very mad at its master. But that Pokemon's terrible. It got what it got what was coming to it. I said it. I'm horrible. Wait, I'm gonna I was gonna backpedal. Oh well. But oh wait, Flygon knows Earthquake. I'm going into him. Oh, he's got paralysis, so I can get an Earthquake, and that was a very dumb move on my part, and I deserve that. Superpower. We'll opt in for Superpower. So in the case that he switches out, which he didn't, I was gonna say I'd still do a mad amount of damage unless he pulled out a Psychic or a Ghost type or a Fairy type, which is weak, or a Bug type or a Flying type, which are all strong against fighting. Since he's choice banded, I'm not gonna want to stay in that. So I'm gonna opt in for Grumpig. I mean, Flygon still has some use. It goes for the Fake Out. So I'm kind of glad I didn't opt in for that. I'm going to use the Psyshock. He goes for the Earthquake, which is odd. So far we're doing good. Nothing's going too terribly. I'm going to go for Thunder Wave, get the paralysis off, so that I can... I mean, he's already super slow, but... Guess what he did? He thought the exact same thing. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. I know he's not expecting that. That takes out half of his HP. Leftovers will Leftovers recovered enough where he'll last another turn. So yeah. That's going to be a bit of a problem. If he pulls out a big gun, like if he has Shadow Ball in his own arsenal, if Slowbros can learn Shadow Ball, that's a problem, obviously. He goes for the Psyshock, which doesn't worry me because Grumpig is a beast. He can take that psychic damage any day, anytime, anywhere, any place, anyhow. So I'm going to go in for another Shadow Ball, obviously, seeing that he's not too keen into switching out. I get the Shadow Ball off. I manage to kill the Slowbro. Can't talk today. He's got 2 Pokemon left, a Trevenant. I'm going to keep the Grumpig in, just because it's so gosh darn paralyzed that I don't... No, take that back. I'm going to go into Fearow. He's going to probably pull a Ghost-type move, and I'm going to... Yeah, I saw that coming, so since I'm immune to those Ghost-type moves, I can take that. No damage at all. So I'm going to go for the Drill Peck, which is going to do inane amounts of damage to it, considering it's a Grass-type. Or if he switches out, I'll have a good idea of what his other Pokemon will look like. But so far, we're still doing pretty well. I have super effective move. He goes for the burn, okay. Now I'm starting to think he knows he's done for, just because he went for such a... He didn't even try to switch out, even though he was at an obvious type of disadvantage. And doesn't look like he had any moves to hurt me. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to bother with switching out anymore, just because I have 5 Pokemon, and I don't see him being a threat anymore. And he has a Grumpig as well! We can be Grumpig buddies. Eh? 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 Okay, no, it doesn't want to be Grumpig buddies. But I'm going to go for the, You know what? No, I'm just going to use U-turn. I'm taking back everything I said about not switching out Pokemon. Just because I know U-turn's going to do massive damage against this thing. He goes for the trick. He gives me the Choice Scarf, and he gets the leftovers. I go for the U-turn. That did not do much, surprisingly. I'm going to go to... Both my Pokemon are paralyzed, is the thing. I'm going to go for Grumpig. I'm going to try and get a Thunder Wave off just to paralyze it, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about it being able to outspeed my Fortress and hurting it. His Grumpig probably has a Shadow Ball, and I'm not sure if mine could take that. So I'm kind of worried about that. But considering that he had a move that my Grumpig didn't have, yeah, he only has Psyshock in his arsenal. I get the Thunder Wave off. He's paralyzed as well. I'm just going to stay in and get some Shadow Balls off, hopefully lower its special defense, because I think Bug Bite is a special attack move, so yeah, I can lower its special defense in the case that it can withstand a Bug Bite or two. Lower his defense. He's been paralyzed for 2 turns in a row, I think. I haven't faced paralysis for 1. Things are really looking in my favor. Watch me jinx it with a new paralysis right here. So I'm hoping... Oh, nope. I win. I win. I won not by... I didn't lose. I didn't win by forfeit, and my self-esteem has gone through the roof. Now I will see you in the future. Peace. This is Phantasmatic signing out as my voice cracked.